Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. This is a general life reading. It will be fun. Otherwise, I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe, as that helps to move the videos around YouTube. Okay, so coming up, it seems to me that you need a bit of a break. I know it's the end of the year and possibly this is a case for a lot of people, but really you do need a break. So we've got here a number of cards which are coming up which are indicating that. And I feel that it may be the other way around, but there's rest and then there's action. So you may have action coming up quicker than you think, and then you may need to have a rest at some point, but I'm going to start with the rest because that's important. We have got here White Taurus sensitivity. So you are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So this comes about when you start the ascension path, or when you are on the ascension path. So this is indicating that you need to make sure that you have boundaries around your time and your energy. And that you clear out things from your environment, whether it's toxic things or things you're taking into your body, whether it's substances or media, just too much, or things that are triggering for you. It can even be relationships or situations or going to certain places which are triggering for you. They may have not been that way for you your whole life, but they are certainly going to be that way now. So this is indicating that there's a number of things that need to be just trimmed away or limited or cut out. And as I said, this could be across the board: relationships, environment, situations, or chemicals. So have a good look, your home, your environment, whatever it may be, where you're going, what you're doing, and just put boundaries in place to give yourself a break at this time. Now the bottom of the fairy tarot is Four of Winter. It's echoing the same thing. There are pine needles here. She's in a pine tree, pine cones. All of these things are talking about accessing the healer within. So set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. Okay, now this is important because you also have Seven of Summer. Now this is about, it's saying here that there's some sort of procrastination which is occurring, or you are grappling to make a choice. And it says your power comes from making a decision, confusion that arises from over-analyzing the options. So you may have a number of options in front of you, whether this comes now or later after the lunar eclipse. You can take it as it resonates. But she's saying that somewhere in the situation, whether it's now or later, you need to put things aside. You need to take a break and do some meditation. Also take a break from your environment, go away for a while, or just take a weekend away, or whatever you can do. Because when you do that, when you go within, or when you're doing a meditation, or you're hiking, or you're spending time in nature, or a moving meditation, whatever it may be. It can be art or a creative activity which's got a repetitive action to it, or walking, or hiking, or cycling, or whatever it may be. It's going to give you time, and your attention will come back into the present moment, and a solution or a resolution to your choice will pop up. It can also be obviously through sleep and downloading and getting information from the cosmos. So take some time out at some point to do this. It's going to be important because it's going to help you make this decision, which is pending. It's either going to come in or it's already with you now. And there's some sort of procrastination or hesitation because you can't decide between things. And we're going to get to this now. So we also have here the third house. Third house is everything to do with communication. So this is all forms: written, verbal, body language. It also rules contracts, documents. It rules certain people around you. This can be general relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins. It can also be siblings. And it can also be neighbors. So it depends on your situation. But it's communication, and it's your environment and outwards. It can also cover early education or education learning, whether this is for you or your children, however the situation is. A lot of parents are in this situation with the early learning at the moment. something to do with that. It can also be to do with a contract or a document or something that you're wanting to move ahead with. Now, this could also be connected to this decision that is pending or something that's going to come in. It can also be to do with property, because you've got the property house coming here. It can also be to do with discussions, research, media, getting your word out, you know, what you're saying to an audience, or it could be receiving news. There could also be gossip. There could also be scandal. There could be news that's floating around. There's lots of ways that this can come in. It can also be about making a speech or speaking out in some way. It can also be short journeys, going on a short journey, and this can often involve a car or transport of some sort, and it requires a bit of planning. So this can be like getting a map out, plotting and planning, and maybe this is this trip that you want to take, which is going to take you right away out of everything, go into the wilderness or whatever is your situation, whatever you like to do. It can also be involving taking photographs. It's connecting with your environment in some way. Now, we have got underneath a lunar eclipse. So this is coming in this house. So whether something is going to be said to you or something is going to be communicated to you, or whether something comes in, it's a very abrupt change which comes in, and then you now have to communicate outwards or start researching and coming up with new ways of doing things, or speaking, or contracts and documents. Lunar eclipse is always something, it's always abrupt. It's quite often something that you are aware of. It's something that's on the fringes, or it's bubbling away quietly in the background. You know it's coming, but you haven't quite got a handle on it, and then all of a sudden it bubbles over. But it's the speed that it comes at you with that is normally the, that takes you by surprise. It can be very abrupt. It can be the closing of a door. And it can literally change your situation overnight. It will make you uncomfortable. You will be out of your comfort zone. But it's a very necessary and important change that you have to go through here. So from this, something is going to be ignited in you. You may have to speak out about something, as I said. You may have to stand firm about something, or you may have to do research with regards to something that is I've outlined already in the third house. So it can unfold over a 6-week period or a 6-month period. Sometimes it can be very quick, and sometimes it takes place over a period of time. But it's cyclical. It involves the moon. It can involve a female or feminine presence, or a mother. You've got mother already coming in. It can also be to do with any kind of relationship. It can be to do with a change of circumstances. Really, it can manifest in a number of different ways, but it will be quick, it will be fast, and you will be uncomfortable until you find your feet. Okay? So now, having said that, at the top, you've got Pele, divine passion. So be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So whether this is to do with a relationship, or whether it's to do with something that you're busy with, something that you're working on, a contract or a document, it could be work related, it could be profession, or it could be what you do on a daily basis. Perhaps you communicate with others, perhaps you're in the media or online, however it comes in. It's all communication based, but it could also be early learning or to do with family issues. And it's saying you need to connect to your inner self. And this is about knowing what it is that you have been putting off, or what you have been procrastinating on, or what you have been burying because you just didn't want to deal with it, or you couldn't deal with it, or it could be something you've suppressed. Now, this is volcanic. This needs to be released, all right? And she's saying connect to your divine passion. This is something that is in your heart. This is something that's going to motivate you. And the lunar eclipse, out of all of them, is going to shoehorn you out of your rut, if you've been in any kind of a rut or any kind of situation which is not right for you anymore. It's going to pull you out of that. But you have to take charge of the situation. It can also be a big realization that's dropping on you all of a sudden. This can be that you suddenly see something very clearly, and you may not like what you see, but what it will do is it will propel you in a direction, and I feel this is where this is going to be released. It's going to push you forward in some way. And this is where you have to be really brutally honest with yourself, be very clear about what is right for you and what is not, and allow this thing that you have been suppressing, whether it's something you need to say or do, whatever it is, or a trip, or a change of circumstances, something related needs to come out. Something needs to come out. It should come out. You can't suppress it, because that will make you sick. Okay? This is something that's been suppressed, or just hasn't been acknowledged, or you're procrastinating on it. You've already had it here. Okay, so something important which is close to your heart needs to come out. Now we have also got here the second house. This can also be your authentic self, by the way. Divine passion. This can also be your authentic self that's rising up in you now, okay, in response to a situation here. The second house is all to do with your material things. So these are all the things that you own, whatever you own, possessions, ownership of anything. Now this can be vehicles, it can be material things in your home, it can be your home, it can be property, land, real estate, it may be a profession, but it's also your material things. It's also connected to your income. So however your income arrives with you, whether you go out to work or whether you work from home or you earn your income from other ways, assets, things like that. It's also to do with security around that. It's also to do with your self-worth, and that is intimately connected to that, and also your talents and your abilities. These are your inherent talents and abilities. And again, we come back to the divine passion. What is there in you that needs to come out, that perhaps needs to be expressed? It could be related to a talent or a skill, and you're finding this now, or you're going back to it after a period of not activating on it. Or it could be something else that now needs to come out. But this is about what you've come into this lifetime with and what you gather, all right, while you're doing that. Now, you've at the bottom, you've got Cancer, I feel, and then at the top, you've got Bust, independent. So this is saying that with the Cancer energy, this is saying that domestic matters or issues around your home are coming up for review. So this could be related to a mother, or a feminine influence, or females in your home, how they get on. It can also be related to something like accessing feminine wisdom. Now, this can say follow your gut feels, your feelings at this time, and your instincts, okay? That's the Cancerian energy. It's a water energy. It's also very resilient, this energy, very resourceful. So you're going to be pulling on all of these aspects now in the second house. It can also be related to a mother. Perhaps something is happening with a mother, and now that's changing your second house. It could be property related or material items, things, antiques, things like that. It can also be related to buying and selling of that. It can also be related to looking at the past. Now, with the Cancerian energy, you don't want to be spending too much time there. This is about sentimentality and looking at the past and nostalgia, that sort of thing. You can bring in the wisdom and the hindsight and inner standing from that, because this is very much an inner energy going within. You may want to withdraw. You may want to be secluded for a while, and possibly this is to do with this break or this holiday or this vacation you need to take. It can also be related to something that is cyclical in your life, and it's affecting your second house. Now, this could be finances as well, or it's to do with security. So all of those may be relevant at this time. Now, we have also got Bust, independent. So your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So this can be materially, it can be to do with property, land, real estate, or it could be to do with your own opinions and your direction in life, or how you think and feel. But it is saying that you do also need to spend time away or in your own space. So whether this is this holiday or this break that you need to take, or you need to create it on a more formal basis within you where you are living, but it's saying you need time away to do your own things. Spend time on your own, fill your own cup up, and so on. If it's domestic related, it could also be to do with coming to a pet situation. It could be that you need to get a cat, or you need to spend time with your cats if you've got cats. Cats are incredibly independent, and they can teach you about that, really. Huge lessons that you can learn. So it may be that you need to bring this into this awareness, or this cat-like ability into your awareness. But she's saying that your independence is your strength, and whether that's in thought or opinion, or your space, or your possessions, however it is, there's some sort of time away that is needed, or time that where you just need to create perhaps your own space, but also to spend time on your own, doing your own things which make you feel good at this time. It could even be financially related, since the second house is to do with income as well. Now, the other aspect of Cancer to do with talents and abilities, Cancerians are very crafty, creative. This could be writing. It could also be musically related. They've got a lot of skills in that department. So it could be that you have this ability in you and you need to come into that in some way, shape or form. And this may also be to do with your divine passion. Now, we also have got the 10th house, so career matters are on top of the pops here. So career, fame, reputation, all of these things. Also your public standing. Who are you in the world? Okay, how do others see you at this time in the 10th house? It can also be to do with authoritative figures, whether you are an authoritative figure, and I feel you are either going to be an authoritative figure or you are coming into that. You could be leading the way in some way, or you are connecting with another authority figure, whether it's a boss, a manager, or it could even be a governmental figure, or you are dealing with the government. It could also be to do with notoriety of some sort, so rising up in fame, or you're in the spotlight, or you've got a higher profile than you've had before. It can also go the other way, where you could be dropping down from that. It can also be about empire building, business, achievements, goals, responsibilities, and career, and setting that strategic path, however that relates for you. It could also be to do with, sort of like connecting with an authority figure who may be a parent. It could be a masculine or a feminine, but it could also be connecting in some way where you are learning something from this person. Now, this could be like a guru or somebody that you admire, Okay, so we've got here at the bottom Pluto transformation, and at the top we've got abundancia, prosperity. So some sort of change. Now, this is a big transformation. It may be brought on by the lunar eclipse, as I said, and contract and documents are involved here, early learning or some sort of communication or family related. Transformation, Pluto is always about endings and beginnings. So some sort of ending and some sort of beginning is coming into your 10th house. So you may be changing career, you could be changing your fame status or your notoriety status, or you could be changing your public status in the world. So this could be going from working for a company, so you are employed, to self-employed, so launching your own business. It could also be going from married to unmarried, or the other way around, or however the situation is. It's what your public status in the world. Now, Pluto always deals with, as I said, endings and beginnings. It also deals with regeneration and rejuvenation or renewal of some kind. So it could be that you're going back to something that you used to do before, if the regeneration aspect is important for you, but it could also be the regeneration of feelings or emotion that you have around something that's important for you. But it could certainly be the end of some aspect of your life in any one of those areas of the 10th house and the beginning of a new era. So either you're ending something, you're beginning something, or you could be going up a cycle. In other words, you could be going up a level in some way. So some aspect is falling away and something new is coming in. It could be a cycle shift. It can also indicate that something that has been in your life for a long time, something that you've relied on, or a very stable structure, or something that has been in place for a long time, could be falling away now with the Pluto energy. It really is a very powerful energy. Pluto is always about taking away what is no longer needed to make room for the new. So you may need to just let go of certain things, or an aspect that you've been in for a long time that needs to now step aside so that you can make room for new things. All right. With abundancia, prosperity, the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So this is a mindset. Okay, this is an attitude. This is a belief, and the feminine aspect is the receiving. Okay, so be in your feminine aspect, whether you're masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. And don't have any guilt or shame or any negativity attached to receiving. Ask for help if you need help, and it's going to be given. All right, this is the abundance of the universe coming straight to you. She's got a cornucopia of abundance there. All right, so be open yourself up to receiving. Now, this may be financial, but it could also come in many other myriad of ways. It could be support in your 10th house. It could be more fame. It could be a rise in something in you, whether this is a promotion, or it could be something to do with, some sort of shift or change which is going to open a door for you. It can also be the pouring in of ideas or meeting contacts. The 10th house can be very important, especially with Pluto. This can be very important. You could be meeting very, very powerful people at this time who are going to assist you in some way, whether it's through ideas or support, or putting you in touch with other people, other powerful people who can assist you with an idea or a business or something you want to launch or move into, or connections, however it may be. This prosperity can come in many, many different ways, okay? It could be a number of things, but it's going to be so very, very, very supportive for you in your 10th house. So be open to receiving and welcome it. Have an attitude change from that perspective. Be open, be willing to work with what is handed to you, what comes in for you. Work with that to move yourself forward. It could be very quick or very abrupt, this shift or change. Pluto can also be something can just disappear out of your life, or it can change overnight. The rug can literally be moved out from under you, or it could be a process that you've got to go through, like the death of something, and then the renewal or the regeneration of your mojo, your energy, your passion, your something rises up out of the ashes, so to speak. It's got that energy about it. It can also be quite intense, this energy. Something intense happens, and now out of that comes something else. Now, we've also got here the Ace of Autumn. So this is reiterating what I've already said. This is a beautiful card, a windfall of money, advice or assistance from others, which is what I've already said. A very successful project, a happy change in your career. So whatever you're going to create from the ashes of something, or something that is now leaving your life and you're now moving into a new cycle, a new phase, or a new place, or a new situation, you're going to make a success of it, because this is about getting in touch with your passion, as I said, all right? But you need to go through this phase where you need to assess and go into a quiet space and get in touch with your inner self. And then you will know exactly what it is you have to do. But a happy change in your career, a happy change in something, but it's going to bring in a lot of abundance, and you're going to be meeting very powerful people or very powerful connections who are going to assist you at this time. Now, I do feel with this situation, there is going to be some leadership role that you need to take. Okay, you may already be in this, but this is going to intensify in some way, shape, or form. Because you've got Pluto, you've got an Abundance, and it's in your 10th house. You may have to lead the way. You may have to show others how to get in touch with their divine passion. And this is why you've got the communication house. You may have to communicate that to others in whatever way is appropriate for you. Get in touch with your true self, your authentic self, and follow that. Never any better time than what we are in right now. We've got here the Sun Spirit, also a beautiful card. The Sun energy, it's a very creative energy. It's very powerful. It's about leadership, okay? Taking leadership in your own life, or you may be leading others in whatever way is appropriate. It really is a very powerful energy. It's about radiating confidence, success, very influential energy. So this is what you want. This is the state that you want to get to, because you need to step into this leadership role, and you need to do it properly and with integrity and honor. You cannot do this if you're tired, worn out, burnt out, exhausted. You cannot do it. Okay, so you need to take this break, go within, do whatever you need to do in nature, and so that you can bounce back. Cut out all the things that are triggering for you in your environment, whatever it may be. Put boundaries in, all right? And then you will create the space and the time, and out of your unconscious will come the right decisions, so that you can make these decisions and move forward, all right? You want to be in this beautiful Sun energy, radiating confidence, success, leadership. It may be thrust on you all of a sudden, and that can happen with the lunar eclipse or with the Pluto card, all right? All of a sudden, you may find yourself having to make a speech, or talk out, or speak out about something, or set the tone, or get in touch with your divine passion, and others will be inspired by that. You're going to be very, very influential with this card, all right? This is got to be very responsible when you have this energy. And it's good health, it's life force, it's radiating well-being and just energy and enthusiasm. It could also be that something, some big and an important event may be planned in summer, wherever summer is for you, you may be working your way up towards that. This is a very special event, whatever it may be. It involves your nearest and dearest, family, friends, whatever. But it's an important event that you may be working towards now, wherever you are in the world, for the summer months. But it really is about leadership and actually stepping into the breach and influencing others and setting the tone for something. I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care, and don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Take care.